You know, I'm looking at Landon and the way his night's going, and like you said, card distribution. I was thinking the same thing. He's just not really getting any spots to really do anything.
He's not getting cards.
But his face, he doesn't seem like he's frustrated.
No,
He just
God,
kind of seems like he's just.
It's just that session.
Yeah.
It's just that session. No matter.
This is what I'm doing. I'm folding tonight. But I've seen a lot of poker out louds, and there are times where he is frustrated. Like he really wants to get in there and mix it up. He's
Oh,
like,
especially against
please,
Berkey and that
please.
group. Yeah, yeah. It's not just about like the money they're winning, not just about the production. They
and
want to
that-
be able to needle each other and get in fun spots against
Think
each other.
about that. Think about the contrast in the games, right? They do put a 5-5 game on the poker out loud, 5-5, and this is a 5-5 game. Think about the difference between those two. Contrast those.
I can't.
It's not even the same sport.
No, it's yeah. I can't do it.
Gut shots for both. They're blocking each other. Kenan does have a spade. Well, hello there. Wow. Look who's here.
And Kenan is in a really interesting spot right here because he's got the open ender, plus he's got the king high spade
He's got
draw.
spade, yeah.
Big Daddy is just putting on pressure here with a raise to 800. I wonder if Kenan is just going to call here, being it looks like out of position, or if he's going to wind up putting the pressure on Big Daddy because he's got just such a huge draw. Challenge is if he does raise Big Daddy and Big Daddy has a made hand and he goes over the top, he's got a really tough decision.
Oh my goodness, we had so much.
I'm assuming he's going to just call here, which I think he does.
I think he grabbed a bunch of purples. Or did he?
Oh, he did 3-bet the 2K. So what that tells me is he's not afraid to go with his hand right now.
He's decided.
Yeah, it's very hard for him to raise fold here.
Yeah,
I mean, he does have 8K behind him, so he could, but
And Jazz hasn't been running too good, so he could think he's beat. And, oh, wow. Oh, man.
did not see that.
All right, guys.
What is coming? A
I don't know,
a
man.
red
I
4?
have a feeling there's a straight going to be made.
A red
Nope,
2.
it's a blank. It's a blank.
So Kenan's stuck here, right? Like, for Big Daddy Chaz to call his re-raise on a turn, he's repping a made hand of some kind right now. So it's very hard for Kenan, who really has no other choice but to check give up or just put a
Massive
killer bet.
Yeah,
Like, it's a killer
he's got to
bet.
bet. He cannot check.
But
He's
it's also
betting.
it's
100% he's betting.
Yeah, it's just also so hard to actually pull the trigger on that when Big Daddy is not
Man.
representing nines.
It's not a big bet, though.
All in?
So there it is.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a pretty big bet.
That's what we're talking about. Like, he's
He
gotta,
grabbed the
I
chip,
thought it was
but
just-
he announced all in.
he's got
That's
to
a
do
big
it.
bet. Yeah.
Look at it. Chaz is laughing.
Well, and Big Daddy's actual hand makes no sense for everything that happened, right? So he also has to respect the fact that Kenan did raise him on the turn.
Yeah,
So he's just following through, continuing to tell the
flush.
story, right?
And he's got a really good spade.
Yeah, and Kenan isn't putting him on a flush because he's got the blocker. So even if Big Daddy Chaz has 2 pair here, right, or maybe something like Queen 9, or King Queen, or something like
What
that.
about a set of sixes?
Set of sixes, like
I mean,
they might actually consider folding it for another 8K, just because Kenan is repping the flush and did rep it on the turn as well. So he's just continuing his story.
Can he pull the trigger? Chaz is stuck a little bit, so
No.
being stuck another 8K.
I don't think so.
Now, I mean, it's really hard for Chaz to call here.
Man, Kenan just fires that bullet to call. If you got it, call. So on the turn, Kenan bets. Chaz raises. Kenan re-raises. Chaz flats. You cannot check. You can never. It has no showdown value. He has to rip it, right?
Both guys, if they wind up seeing their hands, are going to be really surprised with what they both have.
Does he open fold?
Chaz does not want to fold.
There's a lot of times he doesn't. There's a lot. See, Chad's very good at playing back at you. But when you're all in, I mean, what can he have, right? Ace, queen, ace, 10, worse hand?
He could have a hand. He could just be betting. You know, just
But eight.
sticking it
Oh, there goes the fold technique.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was just a battle of wills.
Does he show?
He's going to show it, I think.
We'll show the king spades.
So both.
King Jack. Oh my God, that's got to be a little.
So the raise makes sense. Obviously, you see the King Jack spade.
He had a lot of outs to get there. He just didn't get there. Oh, what if the 9 hits?
But
Oh
the
God, that'd be so
cojones.
dirty. What was the red 9? Does Chad ever fold a set?
Chaz? Yeah, I think it's likely he calls.
Tough week, man.
Somewhat likely. What are you chewing on there? Kennan's got a suited ace as well. 75 pre-flop, 3 ways. Jack 5 deuce, 2 spades.
Cheers.
Cheers, dude. How's it get played?
Chaz and Kennan both connect. Chaz is in the lead again. Okay.
Kenan is not a believer.
Kennan calls 150.
Cheers.
I might see Landon squeeze right here, just based on the action. And yeah, there it is.
You're
So,
right.
you know, it's going to be unfortunate that Big Daddy actually has the jack. It's a beautiful flop for him. When Kenan calls there, I think it's a really good spot for Landon to squeeze because Chaz is leading with a lot of different hands. And also, I think Landon has position.
The worst thing is that
Kennan,
Landon tried to
right.
squeeze because if he just folds, then they see the turn's an ace. Chad gets his money back,
Right.
right?
So the next spade hits. A lot of the holdings that Landon is going to squeeze with could be a flush draw, could be a flush draw and a spade draw. So that 4 of spades is pretty sick for his play.
And 600 is a small bet in that because most of the guys are betting at least a little under 3/4 pot. You know, so 600 is kind of small.
It's a great card for Landon to bet again.
Look at Chad still laughing and smiling. Just lost a big pot.
Yeah, the problem is Chaz isn't going anywhere.
Not for 600.
I mean, you could see Landon bomb here pretty big if he doesn't connect.
Oh, straight.
The wheel.
But still, I mean, the spade, the flush is out there. I don't know if the.
So now it's just like, is Landon going to wind up repping the hand that Chaz actually has?
I see him checking back.
Well, the better hand to rep would
Ooh,
be the flush.
1K.
If he goes,
Oh, he's
he
all
bets
in.
big,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, Landon.
This is just one of those things where it's a I get it. I get the line. It's just unfortunate that Chaz
Has all of it.
has it, right.
Has
so,
all of it.
Yeah, but he doesn't have. I mean,
He doesn't have the
it's not a
6.
very strong.
Right, he doesn't have a 6, but
But
it's
he
like,
only has a straight.
He raised me with King 6.
Landon is repping a flush.
Yeah.
Not a better straight.
he's right. He's repping the fact that, like, even if you hit your hand, I've got a better hand. I'm not afraid. And obviously Chaz is reading into that.
He knows Chaz has something.
But the story makes sense. Like, Landon just kept the story going. And that's probably what's going through Chaz's head. It's like, God, what bluffs does he have here? And he doesn't have a lot of bluffs. That's the thing. And Chaz knows that. But the small percentage of bluffs that he does have, like, that's what he's got. So, thank you.
Thanks, Jada. Potato. So what happened? Chaz folded.
I think he did get the fold.
What the?
Yeah.
Rhonda, what the?
Yeah, I think he did get the fold.
See, you're losing all these
I
money.
mean, Landon just told a really great story. He did. He told a really great story the whole time. And it's really hard for him to have a bluff there, and Chaz knows that.
Good for Landon, bad for Chad.
Nick from Yuma is right. There should be more likes. Hit that like button. Subscribe. If you love us, it'll tell you when we're on. If you hate us, it'll also tell you when we're on so you can avoid us. So subscribe either way.
If you don't like us, the best thing to do is watch us again. At least you'll find out if you're sure about not liking
Well, you got to
us.
watch it twice to make sure you don't actually like it.
Or 10 times. It doesn't matter.
But if they subscribe, the more subscribers we can actually have an economic benefit from, then we can hire better people. So, sorry, JT.